Hello, this is Robert Herrera with Skip Court Mediation, and I resolve disputes. Today I want to give you some tips about selecting a mediator. Selecting a mediator is one of the most important components of getting your dispute resolved because that mediator's background, education, and experience are what is going to be utilized in order to help you and your other conflicting party to have these really difficult discussions and hopefully reach some type of resolution. Now, each state is different, but at least in Colorado, there is no formal requirement or education or background experience that is necessary for one to call themselves a mediator. So this can be very scary if you're out there shopping for mediators because some of them are very, very inexpensive. However, they also may be very, very inexperienced. So tip number one is to do a thorough research on the mediators that you are thinking about. This is a big decision because this person plays a very important part in the process of hopefully resolving your dispute. So knowing that they have the credentials to be able to, one, hear your dispute, and two, help you navigate through some of those. The mediator does not give any legal advice. So if that's something that you're counting for, unfortunately, that is not what a mediator's role is. The mediator's role is to bring the parties together to have some very, very difficult discussions and then hopefully help the parties to reach some type of resolution to the dispute they have. So again, the mediator's background, experience, and education are very, very important in the selection process. And so if a mediator is unable to provide you with a CV or a resume highlighting their background, education, and experience, that might be a warning sign that this mediator may not be the right fit for you. Some of the other considerations that you would want to think about obviously has to do with fees. Mediators, again, based on their experience and what they are capable of doing, charge a range of different fees, and so make sure that you have an understanding of what that fee is and what the expectation is going into your mediation. Some mediators require payment prior to the actual mediation session. Some mediators will charge while you're at the mediation and then some invoice for that as well. But just knowing up front what that cost is going to be or anticipated to be is very helpful in the process. And if the mediator is unable to draft up an agreement the day of the mediation, that may be something to consider as well, because it's typically a best practice for that mediator, if there is a dispute to be resolved, to then be able to draft up that agreement for the parties and then to have the capability of printing that out and getting signed the day of the mediation. That way neither of the parties walk away from the table and then all of a sudden change their mind after an agreement has been reached. So those are some tips. If you have any additional questions about mediators and how to select one, please feel free to give us a call at Skip Court Mediation, 970-888-1375. Thanks.